This video is part 2 of my 10 Falls video series. This is Buggy Shop, Colorado, taking a really cool line on fall number 8. Now I say fall number 8, but I'm not sure if that's what it's actually called. They call this trail 10 Falls, however it seems like there's way more obstacles in here than actually 10 falls. So I decided I wanted to count to see how many obstacles there actually were. Now I try and follow the same line that Buggy Shop Colorado did, however I seem to stay too far driver and not enough passenger, and it really gets me hard on my side. I'm up pretty hard against my driver's side on the giant rock right there, and I continue to try and work my tires back and forth and find traction wherever I can. I'm slowly gaining little bits of momentum, keeping moving forward. Finally, I start to move a little bit more forward and fall really hard on my driver's side. I figure I'm going to keep driving out of it, see what happens. Luckily, I'm able to flatten back out and drive out of it. Gabe's going up the far left line of this obstacle. This used to be the main line. However, this is getting quite a bit more dug out. If you look at his rear passenger tire and look at how big that undercut is, even this spot's getting a lot worse than it used to be. Craig decides he wants to try going up on the driver's side of this V-notch. So this one really flexes him out as he's trying to get that driver's side tire up over the rock. He starts to split the rocks like a V-notch and try and work his way up over them. Then he falls in on the passenger side and gets in there really sideways. Wow, just look at how wedged in there he looks. That whole 42-inch tire is pretty much flat against the ground. He just keeps wiggling it around, trying to work his way through this spot.
Alice! There's Ruby way up there, Liz.
Right here it starts to free up a bit as he continues working the rear steer and working in the front wheel and rear wheel drive. He just continues to work his way out of this wedge. He's able to get it on bound, and as I move to reposition, he gets it to pop free and drives right out of it. This Jeep buggy makes really quick work of this obstacle.
So that was a really fun obstacle. I got pretty sideways and wedged in there, but just kept powering through it. That's pretty wild. What's that, Imps? And I think this might... I'm not sure we're counting that one as a waterfall. That one's not big enough. I am. Yeah, what, Maddie? Show it to me. You found all those snails? The girls are finding snails to keep busy on the trail.
Here's just another random ledge along the way. Not quite enough to call a waterfall, however this one is. This particular spot's steeper than it looks on camera, and it's off camber too, so it's really wanting to pull you downhill on that passenger side. The guys with rear steer are all able to work that rear passenger tire into that wall and flatten back out. I take note of how the rear steer guys were able to get up and try and keep that rear passenger tire tight against that wall. However, it starts to kind of pull me over. So what I do is I let it flatten back out and back up and try and reposition. After I get that rear passenger tire to climb, I'm still not up and over this thing. I still have to continue working it back and forth and trying to find traction anywhere I can. Like I said, this is just another random part of this trail. However, anywhere along this trail can offer a lot of challenge. Moving on to the next waterfall, this is like a big, smooth, slick rock climb. However, it looks like it would go up right here, and it doesn't. What I have to do is back up and reposition and get that rear driver tire right on the nub of that rock. Gabe makes quick work of this obstacle as well. Most of us had to get our rear driver's side tire on that nub sticking out on the bottom to get it to climb up and over like this.
Alright kids, what number waterfall was that? 10. 10? Okay, so we're counting so far, that was fall number 10, we think? Yeah. Anyway, that was another fun waterfall, another fun little obstacle to climb up. Just another unnamed climb on this long trail.
Here's another random waterfall along the way, and what happens is I should have had my rear passenger side over more, and that side ends up falling into the hole. Luckily, this hot buggy flexes so well and it's able to soak it up because I'm fully flexed out right here. And it's able to hold on and climb right out of it. Here's another really cool spot that has a V-wedge in it.
So we're most of the way through the trail at this point, and this is where it starts to get really cool. It's like these giant pine type trees, and it's all green and the trail's red. It's a really cool area.
I like to call this spot Pivot Rock because basically you have to get up on the rock and pivot on your belly pan. It takes me a little bit to maneuver into position and hold the line, but once I get up there, what I do is I put it into front only. And once I'm in front only, then I can really pivot sharper around this rock. As I start to pivot around this rock, I keep it in front only as I'm dropping down the other side. The other side's really steep in real life and it feels pretty sketchy sitting in the driver's seat. However, by keeping it in front only, I'm able to turn that sharper corner down at the bottom as well. He's able to perfectly maneuver this rock as well in this cool Jeep buggy.
It is.